What's up, my people?
Yo,
Welcome to Podcast X, Y, and Z,
let's go.
the world's number fun video game podcast.
We're back.
Andrew, Matthew, how are you doing?
You know, I'm good. We're doing some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're a little blurry on our YouTube live stream because, and here's my theory.
What's your theory?
We got so popular that the resolution couldn't keep up.
We broke the internet.
How's that for New Year's resolution?
Wreck-It Ralph, more like,
Did you hear what I said?
you said you love me.
No.
And that
I was saying a joke and you were not even, it was for
I was
you.
making my own
No,
joke.
forget it. All right. For those of you that don't know, we run Media Interactive, and we have a Patreon homepage as well as social media profiles at MInteractiveXYZ. And we do this little podcast on a weekly basis, Podcast X, Y, and Z, where we talk about all things Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. We talk about the news, talk about video games, talk about what we love, and who we love, Andrew. And who we love.
Our patrons.
Our patrons. We love everybody, but we love our patrons a little bit more. So, shout out to our patrons: Alex, Brendan, Jake, Jonah, Jonathan, Josh, George, Harry, Rosser, Ryan, Sam, Silas, Suzanne, Timothy, and Xander.
That's a lot of patrons.
That list keeps on growing.
Woo,
Okay?
woo.
And shout out to Roro on YouTube and in the chat. Shout out to Derek Lyons, also on YouTube. Shout out to the people
Shout
that
out
are
Seth.
kind of funny best friends all across the world, the globe, the sphere, the rock. Andrew.
Wow, that was a good
Yeah.
description.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Shout out to everyone in the chat.
Shout out
right
to
now.
everyone in the chat. We're going to talk about some news. We're going to talk about a bunch of fun stuff, and you can just throw in your thoughts, and we'll pick them up right on the stream, and it will be tons of fun.
It'll be a good
Roro,
time.
thank you so much for the heart. Seth Matthew, is
Mhm.
he related to you? That's dope. I like that a lot.
He feels offended because we didn't shout him out.
Shout out to Seth Matthew. Feel less offended. All
out.
right, let's get moving. There's some stuff to talk about, Andrew.
News.
I'm so excited to do it. Okay.
Our main quest for the day.
Main quest, the campaign.
The campaign.
That's right. Oh, you're right.
Before
Okay.
before we go on some side quests that
Okay.
might take us on.
You're right. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We got, let's see, 5 news items I want to go through in
Guys,
the campaign.
We usually do like 2 news items, so today we're rolling.
Today we were slacking on news for the last couple weeks. It was kind of like a joke.
It was a joke. Our podcast
I mean, we
was a
talked
joke.
about stuff, but it was kind of a joke. So, all right, number 1. We'll talk about this briefly. PlayStation 4 sales reach over 91.6 million units. Andrew,
That's a lot of.
that's not a small amount.
That's as many
Okay.
people as I know.
And here's what's interesting to me is it's always paired with is it going to beat the PS2, the best-selling video game console of all time, at 158 million units as of 2013 when the PlayStation 4 was released.
Well, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are your thoughts about that? Do you think that, like, are you filled with like thanks and gratitude for that stat? Is it irrelevant to you because you're Xbox?
I think that it is a little bit of both, honestly.
Yeah.
Like my heart is like irrelevant. I don't need to hear about that. Like go Xbox. But then I'm like, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
That are playing video games, and that makes me happy because that makes me happy.
And we all know the PS4 outsells the Xbox One. A couple years ago, Microsoft said they will never reveal the sales points of their Xbox One because they're not good. You know what I mean? Relative to their competition, they're not good.
Yeah.
So it's estimated that it's around half, basically.
That's crazy.
Which is, I know it's bad. Like compared to the competition, it's bad. But if there are 50 million Xboxes out there,
That's
it's also neat, right?
Yeah.
And fun.
Their price is not the
Um,
same, right? They have the same price point? Or did I make that up?
Well, they do, but they didn't launch that as such. You know what I mean? The Connect and the price hike of the Xbox One launching at $500 destroyed Microsoft's
and then
launch.
PS4.
And then PS4 came in $100 less.
Uh,
They did a whole game sharing thing on the E3 stage. Look it up. Oh, so good. It was a direct dig at Microsoft. But anyway, it is crazy. And again, we titled this podcast "The Calm Before the Storm," and I did that secretly. You didn't even see me do that.
I didn't
Do you know why I said that?
because there's winter's coming.
Okay, yeah, Game of Thrones is coming. That's for Podcast Remastered, our monthly podcast that we do at another time. But so much, we're at the brink, the cusp of so much happening.
That's true.
okay.
Yeah, that's
2019 is going to be wild.
Yeah,
There are Last of Us 2 reveal leaks. There are all these crazy stuff going on that I don't want to officially devote to news yet because it might just be rumors. But I feel like a lot is happening. And one thing is these price points, these selling consoles, compared to what is coming, which is the PlayStation 5 and Xbox 2,
Xbox 2,
whatever it's
Xbox
called.
1.5.
Project. Do they have a project name
Yeah, they
for
did,
it?
and I just forgot
It
it.
ain't Scorpio.
No, it's
Scorpio's
not.
X.
Yeah, there's a new one.
Yeah, whatever. But I thought that was cool. I like that they're revealing those stats, and PlayStation has done a good job of saying goodbye to the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's go.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. What do you think about those numbers? Do you think it beats the
Okay, and
PS2?
some people are seriously thinking it's going to beat the PlayStation 2 at 158 million units.
Yeah.
That means it needs, I'm bad at math, 70 million more units in
Easy.
its last year of
We
life
can do it.
cycle.
Let's all
in
just
a
buy
year?
PlayStation.
No way, dude.
Yeah,
It took
sure.
5 years to get 90, and everyone's going to have one. The market is saturated.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
If you wanted a PS4, I feel like you would have had one by now. But
Yeah.
some people, anyway, if you had a PS2, let us know in the chat. I'm sure most people did.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought that was cool. News item number 2: Game Pass poll results.
We polled
and
you.
you might be thinking, what news article is this?
And
I
you.
have read of no such thing, and it was our such thing on Twitter. I asked the question, what is your experience with Xbox Game Pass? Reply to my tweet with your why. Okay, we had a ton of votes, more than I was anticipating, and 49% said they love Game Pass. That was one of 3 options. 48% said they never tried it. That was the second of the 3 options. And 3% of our voters said they hated it, frowny face. Okay? And this was affirming for me and fun. Twitter polls are so fun.
Yeah.
But if you have Game Pass, you like it, and most people replied with, it's okay now, but again, the potential of it is
Yeah.
so humongous
Yeah.
that they love. It's almost like they love the concept of Game Pass more than its reality right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And for some people to not want to pay for it, I get that.
Yeah.
But to be an early adopter of that, we love it. I mean,
Yeah, and if you're listening or if you're watching right now and you're one of the people that said you haven't tried it, it just baffles my mind because of how many deals they do about if you've never done Game Pass, like the first 14 days are free. Or
and now it's another 1 month for $1.
1 month
It's
for one.
live,
So
yeah.
so to all the people out there, $1 for a month to get all
It's
of
$1.
all of like the best games you could think of.
Yeah.
And some random hidden gems. So if you're out there and you're like, I don't know, if you're like that 48% that's never tried it, it's $1. I'll give you $1. Try
Yeah.
it for a month, and it actually will change the way you think about games.
Especially with Crackdown 3. Again, I know this is
Yes.
specific to Xbox,
Yes.
but with stuff coming, right? Like
Mhm.
the calm before the storm, I think it's going to be a good time to already have it.
Yes.
Once these games drop, you look, you're like, oh, it's there.
Yes.
We can have that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I love that poll. I want to try to do more Twitter polls and get more
for sure.
feedback from them. That way, even if they're not in the chat, they can still be a part of the news.
Side quest, do you think that PlayStation Next Gen launches with a similar subscription service?
Oh, dearest. No.
No.
I think, well, okay, sort of. I think they're going to double down on their PlayStation Now because they already have a service,
Yeah.
but it's their old library of games. It's not currently a new release kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's so weird because their exclusives are so big and huge that everyone just buys them. No one has a problem with it.
Yeah.
Xbox has always favored indies.
Yeah.
Xbox has always favored quieter games.
Yeah.
So those exclusives coming to Game Pass they're an incentive for those developers.
Yeah, that's true.
PlayStation, it's like if you are already an exclusive on PlayStation, you're huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't. There are a vast amount of Microsoft exclusives that are bad.
Yeah.
So they dump them to Game Pass.
Sure.
PlayStation, I don't believe that to be the case. I think
Yeah.
their exclusives make and sell consoles. And again,
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 hardware hitting 92 million. Games are pushing that console.
Yeah. Right.
Xbox even knows that games are not pushing their console.
Yeah.
It's streaming. It's
Yeah.
the now it's the most powerful console ever.
For sure.
They're not using game lingo.
Yeah. Right.
PlayStation commercials are all the best place to play games, and I think it's true.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting to think about that.
Yeah.
And again, we talked about this on our first podcast. I think the future is subscription-based stuff,
Yeah.
not regional or periodical DLC.
Right. Yeah.
The whole landscape is changing, which
Yeah.
is cool.
Definitely. Seth says maybe some more PS4 or PC polls. Yeah.
We can do that. I can throw those out there for you.
Classic PC
I
players.
would like to do a PS Now poll or a
Mm.
PS Plus poll on the lineups for PlayStation because I love Xbox Live Gold, I love Game Pass, I love what they're doing. So, duly
And
noted.
correct me if I'm wrong, but there's nothing on PC like that, right? Seth? There's no like subscription service.
Not, I mean, maybe. I don't know how Steam works.
Yeah, I don't either. Actually, I do, but I don't think there's any.
For Steam, it's pretty foggy.
Moving on to our next
All right.
news
News
article.
item number 3. If you
Campaign.
were
The next mission.
the next mission of the campaign.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We'll land it. We'll
Yeah,
land
we're
that.
gonna go land it
lingo.
eventually. Yeah.
If you were here for the pre-show when we were freezing up our YouTube video, Andrew Matthews spoiled this. There's an app on iOS called Game DVR, and again, I'm sorry, Seth, it's for Xbox. But you can share your screenshots and recording super easily, by the way.
Super easy.
Almost creepily so. Like
I didn't put in a password.
all you do is type in your gamer
Password.
tag, and it brings up your entire library of stuff that you've ever recorded, and then you can very easily message it to your friends or edit it or share it. It
Yeah.
becomes like an iPhone Photos app.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for that for a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
Especially because you can't share from your Xbox to that kind of stuff. You can
Mhm.
direct it to Twitter, you can direct it to Facebook, but there's no messaging sort of
Right.
thing, except for within Xbox itself.
Yeah.
So
No, for sure.
I love to see that. And like I'll use the Xbox app itself.
Yeah.
That already has the info and the party stuff. You can even pull up a controller on your phone screen and Bluetooth connect to your Xbox.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's great.
Very cool.
Because it's Bluetooth, your phone can effectively do everything a controller can do. Obviously, it's just not ideal
Wow.
on touchscreen. But I like to hear about that app, and we just found that out.
Yeah.
You know.
I heard that they're like trying to bridge the gap between like Xbox gaming and their like Surface and their like Microsoft or Windows gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Because I keep hearing about this thing called Play Anytime or Play Anywhere,
Yeah.
where your progress is saved on your Xbox and you can literally go to your computer and continue playing.
Yeah.
So it just seems like they're trying to integrate all the devices because Microsoft is way bigger than just the Xbox. So like.
Yeah, and they're working on xCloud.
Yeah,
they've talked
yeah,
about it,
right.
and so I mean, there's a leaked official screenshot of like Halo on a Samsung tablet or something weird. So they're working on it, and it's cool to see them honestly just devote time to other devices because Sony does not do that, brother. They just don't. Even their website is like a little shambly to me. And again, Microsoft has always been good about software, so I like that they're pioneering that.
Yeah,
but
pretty cool.
We'll see, and that helps them. And I want console wars to be a thing of the past. Maybe that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I love consoles, and I don't think they're going anywhere. But if you could have other measurements for success, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that would be great.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Yeah, super sweet. News item number 4. Okay, you brought this up. It's an article. Do you want to read it? You have the document up. If not, I can do it. See if that link will take you to it.
I got you.
Call of Duty details have leaked. Wow, what a shocker! But it's almost the reason it's news is not because it's Call of Duty, but it's what it reveals about the industry in general.
Yes. Yeah. So we got job listings. See, this is a crazy part of leaking. It's like when things leak.
It's LinkedIn. It's like every time.
It's random things that just happen. So Infinity Ward is up for this year's Call of Duty, which means Ghosts 2. No, I'm just kidding. Don't call me on that.
No, please, no.
We would
please no.
Quit gaming for sure. Not Ghost 2. So we're looking at either Modern Warfare 4 or a brand new sub-franchise. But the interesting thing about that news article is that the job postings are about next gen. It's next gen focused. It says engineer to drive the vision of what a true next gen console can achieve. So if you're listening, if you're watching, you might be thinking, yeah, okay, so they like what we talked about. They're hiring probably for long term.
Yeah.
They're already gearing for what does Call of Duty look like on the PS5, blah blah blah, whatever. However, this is their year.
Yeah.
To think, okay, maybe if we can just follow that rabbit hole for a little bit.
Yeah.
And just say, what if they're gearing up for a next gen title this year?
Right, and the news is twofold. One is now they're valuing single player again. If you're watching live in the chat, do you play/miss single player Call of Duty campaigns? Straight up, I'm asking.
That's a very polarizing.
My answer is, what did I ask? Do I
miss?
Do I play them?
Yes.
Yeah. Do I miss them? No.
No.
That's where I stand.
Yeah.
But for them to post that and need somebody, again, and I kind of told you this before we started recording, it's a hiring process. They want somebody ready for the new consoles.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not launching on one, but again, PlayStation 5, I'm telling you, it's coming. I feel like it's not going to be another 18 months.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Infinity Ward, in my opinion, is falling behind.
Yeah.
It's my third favorite of the 3. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
do you like Do you? I mean, I guess Modern Warfare theirs.
Yes,
Okay.
Modern Warfare 2 is like my favorite campaign.
Okay.
Seth says they were definitely fun, but it's not a deal breaker. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much
Yeah,
right
I
there.
agree with that.
Seth also says I feel that's the biggest con for Sony. Going back to what we're talking about Sony, I feel like they would have such a bigger following if they catered to more devices and more user-friendly consoles and devices.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. Right. Sony just need but we said they have the big AAA titles exclusives. They feel like they have what they have going.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as back to Call of Duty, I don't miss
Okay.
campaign.
No. It's interesting. In articles like this that pop up in January, developers are vamping up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the fall, they're releasing, and then until Christmas, they're fixing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they all tweet, "We're taking a 4-month break."
Yeah.
Like most developers take a month off, which is
Yeah.
good. They've been working 5 years straight.
Yeah.
Sometimes 60, 80 hours a week. If you remember that controversial, Rockstar story that I think was blown out of proportion. But anyway, yeah, it'll be cool to see if that comes to fruition. And I think, again, the calm before the storm, I think we're going to start seeing more stories like that.
Yeah.
That are hinting at, we need you now, we're working on this now, let's do this now for next-gen consoles. Again, because they have to demo at some point.
Yeah.
They have to prep. So
where are you sitting now about new consoles? I know we talked about this, but like, are you still believing that PS5 launches or gets revealed this year?
I've never believed that. I just still hope it.
Okay.
Like, I still think it's going to be 2020.
Okay.
I bet it. Can I answer your question? Here we go. You ready?
Answer my question.
I think it's revealed this year,
Okay.
but we don't have it.
Okay.
Until maybe spring. I know that throws it all off. There's no fall release window anymore. Maybe, but
Maybe.
again, it's all different. It's so different now.
Yeah.
There's VR. There's all this stuff they got to figure out. There's no E3. Like what?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
I just really hope VR. Honestly, this is like crazy. Just maybe crazy to say, but I just hope VR doesn't take off. I'm not interested in it at all. I would just want to play on my controller and not plug into something.
Are there still arcades around the earth?
Yes.
There won't be
There-
for long.
yeah, that's true.
All they really had was VR. You know that old school, like you put on this huge plastic thing, and then it's the cheapest roller coaster ever. But because your chair is also rumbling, you're like, this is more than a video game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all going down the toilet now.
Yeah.
You know? So I definitely don't like being super duper removed from reality like that.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit preposterous to
Yeah.
me. But again, I mean, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Like I just feel like if they launch like a next gen with like a necessary like VR AR component, I just won't be interested.
No, I agree with
I
that.
would be less likely if they start.
If it's bundled. 'Cause
If it's bundled,
If it's
yeah.
bundled, it's a price hike,
Yeah.
and you don't want it. You
And I
know,
don't
so
want
again, but there
It's
might
gonna be like
options.
a Kinect thing, dude.
There's
I'm telling you, it's gonna
yeah,
be like the new
well,
Kinect.
and they're gonna be scared. It's so hard to have
Yeah.
an accessory that's required for the best experience.
Yeah.
But there's a rumor of a discless Xbox One now. There's all these alternatives. People are saying they're gonna launch with multiple models.
Yeah.
PS5 and PS5 Plus or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, who knows, man? This is gonna be crazy. Let's move on to the.
Seth says it'd be cool to try another person's house, but wouldn't invest a penny. Yeah, that's true.
Well, and again,
That's
that's
true.
such a good point. Like, I think the consumer value and intrigue is there,
Yeah.
but it's still that,
Yeah.
like if you're not ready to be a dad, you're gonna be a fun uncle kind of thing. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna enjoy the fun parts of this, but I'm
And
not gonna
then
be the one
put it
paying for
down.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ro says I'm in the same boat. I'm not ready for VR. So I guess everyone is kind of similar. then.
Let's just everybody hang tight, hang tight. All right, stay the course. Stay the course. It's like Bird Box almost. Like don't look at
Spoilers.
VR headsets.
Don't look at VR.
Use a real blindfold. But
We'll take that out for you guys.
let's move on to the fifth and final news item. It's also the topic of this week's episode, Andrew.
Yeah.
Anthem gameplay,
This is what I've been waiting for.
courtesy of IGN First.
All
IGN's
month, all
month
January.
long. They do content. Go check it out on YouTube. They talk about Storm Javelin gameplay, which is one of the classes.
Yes.
One.
One of 3, 4 classes. And there's Storm. There's the big one, and then there's Javelin's the big one.
I only saw 3 in the demo.
Yes.
Right, the bigger
Right.
review.
Yes. Yeah, but I think there's a fourth
So if you haven't seen that, go watch it. If you have seen it, let us know what you think in the chat. If you haven't seen it, let us know what you know about it, if anything.
Yeah.
And we can elaborate as we need to.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the gameplay?
Man, dude, so actually I want to go as far as to say like it made me want to pre-order right away. And that's like, but when we talked last, we were talking about games we're excited about. I was so skeptical. You can go back if you were here on the live stream. You remember I was skeptical. I was nervous. I said I definitely won't. That gameplay video, it just looked so fun. And so here's my biggest actually, and this is like kind of ironic. I just think the best thing about it is it looked like it works. Like,
Yeah.
it just
no,
looks like it
I'm with
runs. Roro says, Anthem, I went from hype to skeptical to not hype to hype again. Dude, if
you.
I
You just
could-
described
that's
my exact.
literally that is exactly where I'm at
Yeah.
because I have gone from like, oh, do I need to trust EA? Like, what's going on with EA? I watched this like Bioware. Oh man, it looks.
And again, Andrew, you spoke to my heart, but not my brain when you said I was ready to pre-order. Because
Yeah.
EA, man.
Yeah, I know.
Can't,
Yeah.
I can't do
Well,
that.
and here's the thing though is they set out the gate.
Yeah.
Everything that comes out after the game, you will not pay a cent for. That makes me feel good. Now, microtransactions, I get it. That
Oh,
they
yeah.
could be bundling that in the game, but I think there's more Bioware than there is EA in this. And Bioware does good.
Yeah.
And Bioware doesn't really suck your soul out with microtransactions, so I'm hoping that's the case. And it looks like a playable, fun, easy from the launch Destiny
Yeah,
is what it
that's
looks like.
true. That's a
It
good
looks
point.
like one of those games where I can just play
Well, that's
right away.
Yeah,
And
that's
just have
really good.
fun.
And you really are Iron Man.
Oh, see,
You
and
know
that's
what
the
I mean?
thing. It's like
It's literally Iron Man in the best of ways.
the traverse, like the movements are so fluid. It's so cool.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved the gameplay. I'm very excited for it.
I loved it.
I went from let's continue to see to I can't wait to play it for myself.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm at though.
Okay.
I do not know or have proof, and maybe it's just because they haven't revealed it, but that the story is going to drive me through that game.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is necessarily. I don't have a grasp on that. Maybe
Yeah.
they don't reveal that yet. For
Yeah.
Whatever. But what is going to do it is simple exploration
Yeah.
and just like
No, it's
co-op,
yeah.
like strict.
Yeah.
That launch, them, and I talked about the verticality. It
Yes,
looks like the
yes.
world, the Avatar world.
Yes.
They just go. It's like and they
Anywhere,
have this little, like,
you're going.
they have this little like 1-2 step,
Yes.
and then it's like a.
And the fast one like rolls. She does like a flip and then goes.
Like,
It's so
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
We have some comments.
Okay.
Roro says, I think I should hold off and not pre-order, but I feel like I'm gonna cave like I always do.
I agree with
hope-
that.
Yeah. Seth says EA is fire games, but marketing and DLC take away from the game itself. Battlefront had so much potential, but it was very poorly executed. Roro says, true. Very true.
Yeah.
Not disagreeing there. And so, I mean, I think that there are concerns with the game. Like, I think that... So, my concerns are, one thing that they said very early on is that this game is not supposed to be played solo. Now, I get it. Fun cooperative games are a thing. However, games that are so heavily, especially RPGs, especially open world, especially these games that you have to invest so much time in, if you lean so much on cooperative play, you're damaging yourself. Because if I can't find a weekly time, a Wednesday, and I just want to play and I want to get an Anthem, but I can't like literally beat the game because I don't have two other people. Like, yeah, I get it. It should be more fun with people, but if you're saying that it's like it's definitely catered to a group setting, that worries me. Just because I mean I can't guarantee that I'll have 2 to 3 people play with me every time. Secondly, I've seen a lot of like customization, but I haven't seen a lot of like loot. Like the armor that you get will be better.
Right.
So and we talk like I don't want to grind for a ton of time, but also like the idea of just changing my appearance just to look cool, it doesn't seem that cool to me.
Yeah.
And not just to get better weapons, but to get actual armor that changes my character. So those are my 2 big concerns. I don't know, but hype train. I am so on this hype train.
And I definitely am too. And you speak to kind of what I was saying, my concern about the story. Like, what's the progression going to be?
Yeah.
Like, what's my incentive? I already know I would enjoy it for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? That'd be so much fun.
Right.
But what is gonna Destiny? And I have been a day one Destiny player, and have enjoyed it. I love the rolling content.
Yes.
Tommy and I and all of us would. It's Tuesday. It's the weekly reset. Let's go.
Yeah.
It was a good amount of grind.
Yeah.
I don't want this game to be like Destiny. I want it to remind me of it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And at first I was saying, hey, this is going to be Destiny plus Division.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true in a good way. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be more Mass Effect and
Yeah.
Destiny,
Yeah.
all
Right,
over the place
exactly,
with
yes.
Monster Hunter
Yeah.
tactics.
Yeah.
And the stuff they were doing with those guys was cool. It reminded me of Destiny if you were always using your super,
Yeah.
or it reminded me of Overwatch if you're always using your ultimate.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Which was fun.
Yeah, no, I think they've been presenting recently. They've been presenting the game really well, and I think it's definitely playing to their hand. And I think it's really good.
Yeah. And you and I have talked about how cool it is that the developers are doing this.
Yes. Yeah.
And I do want to speak real quickly. It's fun to trash EA. Lord knows they deserved it. But
They deserve it.
out of you could compile a list of the top 5 complaints for Electronic Arts in the last 5 years. All 5 of those complaints would be for sequels and or pre-existing entities, right?
Yeah.
What they did with Battlefront when they
Yeah.
bought it, what they did with Battlefield, what
Yeah.
they did with this, what they did with that. Anthem is new.
Yeah.
They have a chance to write their own story. People are judging them for trying to rewrite Star Wars, and I get that. I love Star Wars. Battlefront's beautiful. It's fine. Anthem has no... I don't think Anthem deserves a pre-existing reputation that EA has.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm
Right?
so with you. I'm so with you.
So that's promising
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
That I can
Yes.
say, hey, EA, like, if you're really going to go back into your shell and start new, this is it.
Right.
It's Anthem.
Because in my mind, BioWare is doing everything. If EA was going to do something, it would be for after launch content.
Mhm.
But when they say out the gate, we don't have that.
Right.
What is EA going to do? They're just putting
They're
their
just-
EA. It's just
it's
simple
basically
letters
publishing,
saying-
yeah.
Just say EA presents BioWare Anthem.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, you're just going to be thinking about BioWare. You're not going to be thinking about EA. I mean, well,
No,
time
yeah.
will tell.
Right.
Ronald says, playing Destiny since July 2014 beta. I feel like I'm going to get what I love from Destiny and Anthem, and also everything Destiny is missing. At least I hope so. Well, if you're a committed Destiny player,
I think
you
you'll
have
definitely love
so
it.
much to gain
Yeah.
from this game.
And Destiny's my favorite, but I haven't. I barely played 2, and I kind of weaned off of it. It was just I couldn't keep up.
Yeah,
It was so intense.
Yeah.
But the concept was so good. I love Destiny so much, and I'm ready to try that level of play again. You know, that whole MMO FPS RPG,
Yeah.
the combination of all these genres.
Yeah.
A question I had for you, Andrew, and you can kind of tell from the gameplay, but is this game open world?
Yes.
How open world?
And so
I guess we don't know, right?
we don't know. And they're really showing always that first jump.
Right.
And so I don't know if it's always that first jump.
Right.
I don't know
That's what I'm
how
saying.
far you
What
can
happens
go.
when your boy jumps down to the right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do I find
I don't
a
know.
new species, or here's what I picture, and here's what I'm slightly worried about.
Okay.
Is you know how God of War has a beautiful world, but it's so linear.
Yeah. Oh, please.
Here's what I picture happening. If I leave the path too much, the screen will get red,
no,
and
I
it'll
can't
start
do
going.
I really hope not.
If I ever get a turnaround 3, 2, 1, while I'm flying, I'm gonna be upset.
I'm gonna be upset.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because in the gameplay, they're not roaming. It's almost direction. They're trying to show you the mission, which is great. It pops up, you go to it, whatever.
Yeah.
I want the opportunity to, zip and zag and fly around and do all the crazy frou-frou stuff.
Yeah.
And so I guess we'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
As
There's a lot to be seen with it for sure. I mean, I think IGN's doing it all month. I hope they do a piece about the world.
And I forget how they pace these things because they want a full press. Hey, we have this IGN first. Come check out this video now. But then they need content.
I also heard that a demo is coming out, an open demo. So
oh really?
don't quote me on that. And I think it's coming in the beginning of February.
Bruh,
So that
I
would-
hope
that would
so.
be-
I did not know that.
And then VIP members get it end of January, which means if you pre-order the game,
Right.
which more incentive. But anyways, Josh Kirby says, "I like those shirts, boys. Thank you. This is our
Thank you, Josh Kirby.
exclusive.
This was a Christmas
Christmas
present
present.
for
Yes.
me and Andrew.
This is
We have other shirts as well. We've given away a few.
yeah.
And Andrew Matthew, you're designing one. This month, aren't you?
I am. I'm in charge of t-shirt design, boys and girls. I'm really excited to get that design going.
That is the giveaway of the month.
Yes.
Over at patreon.com/Media Interactive. You can become a $1 or $3 a month patron. You
Yes,
get
you
access to
can.
all sorts of exclusive stuff, including giveaways.
Yeah.
We did 2 giveaways last week, right? In the YouTube chat to
Yes, we
everyone.
did.
Shout out to those that won that. But yeah, we will be doing a t-shirt as well.
Yeah.
Um,
And this t-shirt is from our other podcast.
Podcast Remastered. And we'll do we always do a monthly podcast where it's kind of me and Andrew off the clock talking about movies, video games, TV, faith, music, whatever.
Everything.
Our life.
Everything.
And that's so much fun, especially with so much going on.
Yeah, it's
True Detective and all that stuff.
I'm gonna joke. We like True Detective.
That. Yeah, so that's very
We're
exciting.
getting excited for that.
Andrew, let's use this time for a little bit. We haven't we haven't capitalized on in a while.
Let's do it.
What have we been playing?
That's a good segment. That's always a good.
It's good. It's homey.
Story
It's
mission
OG.
that I can
It's
trust.
the OG segment. You know.
It's a good one.
What have
It's
you been playing? Hit us in the chat. What have you been playing?
Let us know.
Let's talk about it.
What mobile games have you been playing? No.
Oh my gosh! I thought you were serious. I just choked on air.
I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of it.
Tell me about
that. I realized that so I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game for a long time.
Rightfully so.
And I'm very much like a really stubborn old man at this point with Assassin's Creed games. Like, it's not what it was. I'm not gonna get any of them anymore. Now, when Assassin's Creed Odyssey became, Game of the Year, I was intrigued. You got it. You said, no, it's pretty cool. I realized that I'm a sucker for Assassin's Creed game, and I missed it. And I'm also a sucker for like Greek-Roman atmosphere.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool to see that really woven into the game. Sorry.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. It's not super. I mean, it's challenging, but it's not a game where I feel like I get stuck. I just like run around. Plus, I really like how I don't have to be like hidden all the time. Like one thing you told me, you were like, "There's no like walking in the crowd being silent." And I was like, "What?" But when I played, I was like, "This is so much better." They should have got rid of that so quickly.
I'm telling you.
Because you can just like be a person. And it's so fun.
It's so refreshing to get out of the London
Yeah.
and Britain and
Yeah.
Europe and France, like all the buildings and stuff.
Yeah, it's
oh
great.
my gosh, it was all the same game
Correct.
over and over.
But
But people are literally like, this is not the Assassin's Creed we wanted.
yeah.
And that is so rare that that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That they were walking a fine line there.
Yeah.
You know? And they nailed it.
Yeah, so honestly, that has been. I played a little bit of Battlefield. That's been fun. I feel like I have more desire to play that short term than Call of Duty, which it's yet to be seen how much I play Call of Duty in 2019. Before your answer, we have some answers.
Yeah, no. Shout out to Rebecca Taylor. I love her so much.
Rebecca
she is awesome.
says Spyro Reignited Trilogy.
Yes, that's so good. Remastered.
Is that on
It's-
Xbox and
Yeah,
PlayStation?
it is. Yeah, all 3 games, I believe.
I actually have never played.
I almost bought it and then definitely didn't, but it was because of other stuff. I
Is
think
it super
Battlefield.
expensive? Is it like a?
It's like $30 or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. That
Maybe
game,
I should try that.
I grew up playing that game.
And then Seth says Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1, which you got for $5 again,
Yeah.
Andrew. You get the game.
Wait, is that the one we're
Cheap.
playing? No, Battlefield 5 is what we're playing.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Battlefield 1 is the.
Oh wow, you're right.
That's
I
like
was
a-
gonna say. I was like,
What do you think
$5.
about it? Do you like it? Have you been in a Battlefield
It's a
player?
steal.
And do you
Battlefield
like
1's classic.
And Ghost Recon
Ghost Recon,
Wildlands.
yeah, Tom
Wildlands.
Clancy. Does he play Division? Do you play the
Yeah.
the Division 2 coming out? It's also Tom Clancy, so
Yeah,
it's coming out in March. But yeah,
Oh, what have you
that's
been playing?
cool. I've been playing Rocket League, Andrew.
Bro.
I just keep going back to it, and
Yeah.
here's why. Okay,
Tell me.
I am back on my TV grind,
Mhm.
and I use my PlayStation for that.
Yep.
Because I like the way the controller lights up all blue in my apartment. It's just kind of cool,
and
and it's just whatever.
no,
Like,
it's the small things.
well, so here's the
You
thing.
just seem really passionate about that. I just
Yeah,
was surprised.
I was picturing it. It's
Yeah.
all,
No, it's good.
and
You-
I'm gonna go home and do that. Like, it's
It's
gonna be
like
so
a
fun.
montage in your head.
Yeah, me and Alexa on my Amazon Echo, hanging out, watching TV. But the reason is I have 2 HDMI ports on my TV. One is Xbox, so it's always on for games, and then the other one just on PlayStation.
Right.
I digress. Clearly.
Yeah.
I just switch to Rocket League in between episodes and play around or
That's
two,
so smart.
and it's so fun. The game is so fun.
You just
Even
drive
when we're
around.
getting demolished, like we just were.
We lost like 4 games in a row.
And it-
guys,
you know,
before this.
It's embarrassing to be bad at video games. What's
Yeah.
embarrassing is to love the
Yeah.
game, and then you have interest about it, and
Yeah.
you're intrigued and want to play it, and then you're still trash.
Yeah.
That's what kind of stinks.
I think that when the new next gen console launches, that Rocket League will be the game that I played the most on Xbox One. Like over the span of the Xbox
yeah, I
One.
mean, when you were living at that house at UVA, oh man.
I played some. I mean, it's the game that
It's like
has
a
never
billion
lost
hours
hype.
played, yeah.
They continually know how to bring hype back.
It's
into
so
the game,
fun.
and it's so good. And they don't even change that much. Roro says, "I'm trying to actually finish Persona 5. I know nothing about
Persona
Persona
5,
5
yeah, no, that's
other
good.
than the Smash."
That's good. Yeah, the new
DLC.
Smash crossover.
Seth says, "I used to play Battlefield 4 so much. Battlefield 1 is very similar with the obvious scenic changes, which is a very nice, refreshing change. I played the beta of Division, which was
Yeah,
good.
and see, I bought the Division, was not happy with it. I watched the trailer.
Yeah, you just
again
watched the trailer.
for
What did you-
Division 2.
were you, like,
Well,
impressed?
okay, I didn't even catch that trailer at E3. That was the first time I kind of saw the trailer. I wasn't impressed, Andrew.
Yeah.
I was impressed with the last 2 seconds of it when it shows Washington D.C.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's familiar. That's me.
Yeah.
But the trailer is just, I don't know. It's a little bit of the same.
yeah.
Our video might be a little bit laggy.
Yeah.
Again. Sorry. Hopefully the audio is not. But Yeah, I hope it turns out well for everybody.
Yeah.
That would be very good.
That's cool. Side quest.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about the Red Dead effect. The effect, if you are just tuning in for the first time, the Red Dead effect for us has been Red Dead Redemption has been such an impactful game. We beat it. We loved it. It took a long time. Now trying to play another game is very, very difficult for us. My question to you is, what do you think takes you out of the Red Dead effect? Do you think it's going to be all the way till Anthem? Do you see yourself investing in something before then? Or are you just kind of waiting to see what happens in January, February?
I'll tell you what, man. Time is the best medicine. I know that's cliche, but it's so true.
Yeah.
I can feel the Red Dead effect wearing off.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because we did jump into The Witcher briefly.
Yeah.
Again, and to be in a different role playing game was like, whoa, I actually need to reset the way
Yeah.
I think about video games now.
Yeah.
Just because Red Dead, we've talked about it.
Yeah,
It's its own thing.
Yeah.
I think it will be a big game that I will feel left out otherwise. Like Anthem,
Yeah.
I'm motivated to know about it. I'm motivated to keep playing it. And then once again, Red Dead Online, I'm starting to lean your way now of just like, what's even going on?
Thank you. That makes me feel a lot better.
And I still have faith that
I
it
know.
will be
Yeah,
good.
I know you do.
But as of now, it's not that
Makes me
great,
feel
and
better.
it's old news. So I haven't played Red Dead in a while.
Yeah.
So the Red Dead effect, I've been weaned off it.
It's so funny because we were hype about the online more than the campaign before the game launched. And we said multiple times, we don't think we're going to finish it. We just want to play the online, and
Yeah.
But it happens. So you're saying just a big enough
totally.
game to take the media interactive by storm, take you by storm to get you out of the...
I think it's gonna be
Red Dead
Anthem.
effect?
I
Okay.
think it's gonna be Anthem.
Alright.
Basically, the question you're asking me, Andrew, is what game are you gonna spend more than 20 hours playing, right?
Yes, that's it.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
Does that seem like the
No,
appropriate
that's-
threshold?
That's the threshold.
Because I'm not that far in Assassin's Creed, and I won't
absolutely.
be.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Anthem
Yeah.
again, as long as the content is there.
Although honestly, if I could say like games to keep our attention, I would say even like more than 10 hours. I don't play games that much. Like
Yeah, that's probably true.
20 hours is a lot. And like
Yeah.
in the grand
And
scheme of
within
things,
a-
we
within a-
played 67 hours of Red Dead.
Yeah.
But also like more than
And I want to play Call of Duty. Like
Yeah.
I want to be a gamer.
yeah.
You know, I almost haven't been a gamer in a while since Red Dead. I've just been a
Yeah.
reporter on gaming.
We got some comments.
Yeah,
Mike
yeah.
Taylor says, I
Let's
still
hear it.
haven't finished Red Dead. I wanted to quickly finish Spyro before I finished it, but I
Girl,
can't
you
wait
gotta
to
finish
get
Red
back
Dead.
into
We
it.
gotta talk about it.
Second ever favorite game after Last of Us.
After Last of Us. That's what I'm talking about. Best game of all time.
I think that's, like,
Okay?
pretty good.
I don't know if you were here earlier when we were recording, but it's leaked that it might come out this year. Last of Us Part 2. We'll see.
Cross
We'll
fingers.
see.
And then Seth says, The Witcher is definitely a love-hate relationship for me.
Ooh.
Sometimes I love it, other times I don't. I stopped playing after I
Gasp.
couldn't complete a mission, debating whether I should continue. Which Witcher are you talking about? 1, 2, 3.
Let's hope.
Because
I don't know what to hope.
I think
hope
you might.
one
I
or
think
two.
you got a Steam sale and you got them all for like
Okay, gotcha.
$3 or something.
You should skip 1 and 2.
3. Oh, we talking about 3. Listen, dude.
It's a love-love relationship. You spelled love wrong the second time.
Stick with it. I don't think that the walls in that game are that hard or that long. Like we were stuck on things. I'm not saying that you're dumb for not being able to beat something. I think that stuff is
Okay,
hard.
no. Well, it happened to me with that stupid werewolf
Yeah.
quest because
Yeah.
I wasn't a high enough level. Go do
Yeah.
other stuff,
Yeah.
other small stuff.
Yeah.
Find wikis and just do it.
Yeah.
It's fun to embrace it completely.
Yeah.
Find a guide, find a walkthrough, and maybe choose more moral options than we did.
I don't want to go down that road.
multiple.
That's a
endings.
side quest.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Okay, that's a
Witcher
fair
3,
point.
yeah, definitely do that. Red Dead, definitely do
Fair
that.
point.
Okay, yeah, getting hype for Anthem then. That's
Getting
that's
hyped for
gonna
Anthem.
take us
Again, the calm
into-
before the storm. We're almost there.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to hear more about big games like Last of Us and big games like Halo and Gears for Xbox.
Kingdom Hearts 3 also. End of
Kingdom
game.
Hearts 3 is this month.
I'm really excited.
And that's you're definitely spearheading the passion on that
I'm
one.
really
And
excited.
I am not. I have no interest in buying it now.
It's okay.
Yeah. We'll have to see.
We'll have to
You
see
know what I mean?
for sure.
Thanks so much for the people that joined our chat.
Can't wait for Last of Us in all caps.
Yeah, that's so true. I can't either. And I've been holding my breath for months. I gotta
Yeah.
temper my expectations.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to launch PS5. It was leaked that it's complete, 100%ed. So I think Last of Us is coming out this year, and they do exactly what they did last time, which was release it on PS3. 11 months later, remaster it for PS4. That's exactly what they did with the first one. That's why I think it's exactly what they're going to do with the second one.
Wait. Oh, but the like.
You know what I mean?
I was like, wait, what
Last
is
of Us
that?
2
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
out on
okay.
PS4 this
Yeah,
fall.
yeah,
They
yeah.
remaster it 6 months later for
Okay.
PS5.
Yeah, no, I see that perfect. That's a Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm with you.
That's the reason I bought my PS4. I love Spider-Man. The Last of Us Part 2 has me sold already.
Roro says it better come out this year. Neil, do it, you coward.
Neil Druckmann, dude, Roro. Every time Naughty Dog tweets, I comment release date, no matter what they tweet. They tweeted "Merry Christmas from me and my dog," and I just commented release date.
Dang, we got
So,
some passion.
Just start doing that. Just comment release date. Yeah, again, everyone who plays that game, it's so good.
That's awesome.
So good. Any
fun.
final words you want to say? Check out our Patreon.
Check it out.
Find us on Twitter and
Yeah.
Instagram at minteractivexyz. We do a bunch of polls and stuff.
Yeah.
You can also email us at minteractivexyz. Actually,
Yeah.
what is the email?
At minteractivexyz@gmail.com.
I think it's ANZ though.
Oh,
Is
no, it's
it?
not. I don't think it is. I'll be honest.
Interactive XYZ.
I'll read the comments while you go check.
I don't forget.
Rebecca
Just
says,
send us a message on Twitter.
It needs to come out this year. I need to play it. I recently bought it again and plan on replaying it soon.
I bought it twice. I bought Last of Us twice.
Oh, and then Seth says little side quest. We have a little side quest.
All right, yeah. Side quest, hit me.
At Comic Con, I got to talk and snap a pic with Troy Baker. The Troy Baker.
Dude, he tweeted at us when we went viral with Greg Miller.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
that's so cool. He's
we're
the
all
man.
connected
He's
there.
a kind of funny best friend. He's a good dude.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
no, that's awesome. And I know they have to be done with motion cap and all that stuff.
Oh
with
yeah,
Joel,
for sure.
so,
They have to be. Yeah.
I'm excited for that. But yeah, a lot of fun stuff coming
Yes,
this
for sure.
month
For
for
sure.
our people. Thank you so much for joining our chat.
Yes.
We should be back to our regular schedule Tuesday nights.
Yeah,
you know,
Tuesday
whatever,
nights.
doing our thing. T-shirt giveaway over at Patreon.com. Again, you can go to that website, Patreon.com/Media Interactive. Find everything we've
$1.
ever done.
$2.
We have reviews of Red Dead. We
Yeah.
have streams of Call of Duty. We have every podcast ever. There's also an RSS feed you can copy and paste into iTunes to get our podcast everywhere. Follow us on Twitter too. I've been using that more and more.
Yeah.
Instagram's it's still there, but Twitter is where it's at.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. We look forward to the T-shirt design and giveaway and all that stuff. Much love.
Peace.
And keep on gaming.